It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Three coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.
Hey everybody, how you doing? You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Good, man. I'm doing all right. You know, another episode. Trying to get it going.
Yep. Rashard, how you doing? Rashard, you're muted.
Me?
You're muted, buddy.
All right.
There you go. Hit the.
Yeah,
you got to touch the screen. Touch the screen.
I saw you, Jay. I saw you do that fast.
So you doing all right though?
Mute button.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I tell you what. I tell you, it's never gonna be a dull moment dealing with you two. I swear before baby Jesus. Gentlemen, hopefully your week's been going well. Hopefully your weekend is even better. But we got some news we need to get into. Let's talk a little NBA right now. Rashard, I'm gonna start with you. Let's talk about something that could actually be pretty big news that no one. I know when I was growing up, never thought something like this would happen. But can LeBron James, King James, pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yes, he can pass him, and I think he can pass him. He doesn't have to do too much. He don't have to go out of his way, and you don't have to force it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He can, you got 82 games in the season, but these cats, them raggedy Clippers are always one to load management, and everybody else follows suits. You can, I pulled it up. LeBron can play 70. Yeah, I brought him up. I brought the Clippers up. We can get off track, and I can just go there. So LeBron can play 70 games. If LeBron plays 70 games, and he averages right at 19 points, if he played 70. He only needs 1,324 to tie, 1,325 to beat it. He can do it. He can do it, and it's crazy to see that because me and my boy Dre went to his first game here in Houston, and he only had like 13 points. I'm like, they overhyped this dude. This dude is not that good. And then be sitting here years later talking about all he got to do is average X, Y, and Z to beat Kareem's record. Now, had they played the same amount of years, what did Kareem play? 19?
20.
He did play 20?
Kareem played 20.
Yeah. LeBron's at what, 17, 18, 19? What is LeBron at?
This is year 20.
20.
Okay. Mm-hmm. The beautiful thing about that, as a kid, I went to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's last All-Star game here at Houston. It was at the Astrodome. I actually got to see that man play in person at an All-Star game.
Wow.
If you was to pull up the All-Star game, I think Larry Nance won the dunk contest that year. So you're talking Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Michael Jordan, Kareem, like damn near everybody at the All-Star game is in the top 75.
Wow.
I'll say that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's last All-Star game, I would say that. But you could tell at the time who was who, because when you come under the stadium at the Astrodome, you got the buses and then you have limos. Barkley was on the bus. Isaiah was on the bus. Magic, Jordan, Pat Riley, and somebody else were in a limo. You could tell the difference at that point in time. Real story.
Yeah.
Wow.
The reason I know Barkley was on the bus because Barkley was waving at us while the bus came up from under the thing.
Yeah.
So now
That's what's up.
LeBron can really do it, man. I'm happy for the cat, man. He to be one of the most unselfish players, passing up shots, missing this shot, In fact, hey, stats don't lie, man. The man, hey,
No.
you know,
No.
like, yeah.
Uh,
Well, what do you got for us, Jay, on this topic?
Yeah, just piggyback off what Rashard said. It's gonna be it's a feat that I never thought I would see in my lifetime. Somebody passing Kareem and scoring. And all the studying of basketball I've done in my life, and all the players that have played, it's a testament to what LeBron has done. It's more a testament to his health. To play 20 years. I mean, players say that they don't want to play anymore, or they walked out on their own terms and this and that. Like, if you're playing at that level, if you can play at a high level for 20 years, you would do it. A lot of people just can't do it. It's a very small percentage of people that can accomplish it. And LeBron's been able to do it at a high level. So you gotta, congratulate him on that. When he passes it, to answer the question, yes, I think he will pass it. As long as he stays healthy, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't.
Right.
He can roll out of bed and get 18 a game. So the way the game is played now, there's more possessions. He shoots more threes now. He has the ball in his hands most of the game. So he's in a perfect position to do it. It's just a matter of being healthy. So I believe he will. And when he does, I mean, it'll be a great moment for basketball, for the history of basketball, for the NBA. But again, it's a testament to how good he's been over this period of time to pass Kareem up. So,
And I would hate when he does it. I don't want to hear to get off my lawn people with the look at what error it was. I don't,
Right.
bro. You already know we're gonna catch that, dude. Well, he had the ball in his hand more than Kareem did. You know what I'm saying? Because Kareem was in the post putting these numbers up. LeBron could bring the ball down the
for
court.
sure.
He could decide to pass or not to pass, and he keep on going.
Right.
So,
Everybody
we gonna hear him. We gonna hear him.
Had 3-point shots and Kareem didn't shoot.
Right. We gonna hear all the,
You gotta respect it though, man. He played this long, healthy. I mean, his
Out of
prime
high
is
school.
longer than anybody's prime. Like, you gotta respect it.
Yeah.
The funny is
Out of
he'll
high
probably
school.
do it. They'll play against Cleveland and he'll do it.
Is there anybody? You silly. Is there anybody else in the league that's straight out of high school besides LeBron currently playing right now? Dwight, right?
Dwight.
Dwight Howard. Yeah.
There's a couple.
But see, it's
A couple in there.
Dwight Howard.
Lance Stevenson. he's still
Did
in the
Lance
league.
Stevenson
Yeah.
go straight out of high school?
Lance came out of
Yeah.
high school. Lou
Is he
Will
still in the
came out of
NBA?
high
Is he-
school.
Lou
Is he
Will.
still in-
Oh wow, I
That's
never
right. Yeah,
realized that.
that's right.
Lou Will
Yep.
came out of high school. It's a couple still floating
Okay,
around. They stopped
okay,
it.
okay, I
2006 was the last year you could come out of high school.
Yeah.
So Lou Will's in the same class with LeBron and Dwight, or no? Or am I?
LeBron's 03, Dwight's 04. I think Lou Will is 05. I think.
Mhm.
But Lou Will is younger than LeBron. And
Right.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
don't
it
know
look
for
like it.
sure. I don't know for
Hey,
sure.
hey.
But you couldn't come out from high school after 2006. So he's
Right.
around their age.
Okay.
But the only person I think in the league right now that could do it if they played long enough is KD. I mean,
Oh
Steph probably could, but KD's already over 20,000.
Yeah.
But Steph gotta be.
Steph ain't at 20K yet, though. That's what I'm saying. Like KD's already at 20.
Which you would think Steph would definitely be up there, but no, he's not.
He's not at 20 yet. Now, Melo is at 30. I think Melo just hit 30. But
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna play long enough to get 8,000.
Nah, I don't think Melo's gonna do
I
that.
think realistically, at this point, KD is probably the realistic bet. If Steph play long enough, he probably can with the threes, but
Yeah.
he got to get to 25 first. Like KD, I think is close to 25. So
Yeah.
But
Disco, what's up, Disco?
Disco, what's up, baby? How long Steph been in the league though? 12?
since 09.
09, yeah.
12 years. KD
Yeah.
been in since 07. So, and they both lost a couple seasons to injury. That's the thing.
Yeah.
LeBron ain't never lost a season to injury.
Not
No.
like that, right? He's missed games.
No.
But he ain't missed no seasons.
When he pulled
Right.
the groin, he still played like 60 games that year. Or
Yeah,
something
he's
like that.
Yeah.
He's
And
not
it-
injured.
And they
he's
pulled,
not.
and they pulled him out. They like pulled him like towards the end of that season,
They
but
shut
he
him
was still
down,
playing. Yeah, he was still playing. They were like, we ain't going nowhere, so just go ahead,
It's
hit the
tough.
crib.
So
Now,
you
I will
gotta
say
salute-
this.
You got to salute him if he get it, man.
Oh, yeah.
because the
Oh,
testament to his
yeah.
growth,
But you know it's going to be backlash. You know it's going to be
Always.
an old head.
Always.
for
a
sure.
old
It's
head
always-
that
it's-
didn't do
yeah.
nothing but ride the coattails of somebody. Like, when we played, like, bro, don't nobody even know you, bro. Like, all right.
You could have played in any era, man. You got to respect it.
But you know what? And it's
I told
funny though.
somebody that, Jay. Hold on, Tim. I told somebody that. I said, y'all keep acting like this dude is a punk. This dude is big. This dude is a gifted athlete. I said this boy could have played when they were talking about that, all that hand checking, and he could have played then,
anywhere.
bro.
You could have played with George Micah and Kuzi. You could
So
have
he
played
was
with anybody,
athletic.
bro.
He athletic Karl Malone. So what's the problem?
Look,
Yeah.
Look, you know what gets me though? It was kind of funny about this whole thing, and I know we're not getting to the debate, the debate. But people talk about, Jordan's great scorer, which Jordan was great scorer, but LeBron has more points than he does.
That's why we just call averages.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But at the same time is, and then people say, well, he's played longer, this is that. And I was like, I get you. But at the end of the day, it's the numbers that speak.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you can talk about the averages, but overall point scoring, he's not close to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's not like when I look at Jordan, I would watch Jordan play all day, every day, 24/7. I don't care about nothing else, just because of the sheer willpower of that man, the way he played. I love watching him play. Okay, that's nothing. But when it comes down to the numbers never lie to you. Like there's something I'm gonna give you guys later. I'm gonna give it later in the show. I'm gonna compare two players, and you gotta tell me which two players they are, and you're gonna tell me which two players, although those two players I'm gonna give you, is a GOAT and which one's not. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna do that later. Rashad, I know you're about to say something. Go ahead and say. Well, actually, let me say this real quick. You know what we're talking about? You said how many points did LeBron need to average? Roughly about 19, 20 points a game.
19 if he plays 70 games. If he plays 70 games, if he misses 12 games, it's 19.
You know, the last time he averaged 20 points a game per season.
What, rookie year?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he
That's-
just jumps out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He just jumps
And
out.
he really
and
didn't have
plays
to.
one or two 40-point games.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't really. He's not gonna bring it up until he's within 100. Then he'll talk about it. When he's 100, what is that? 3 games, give or
Roughly.
take.
Could be.
Realistically, I didn't realize. I forgot who brought it up, either Jamal Crawford or Lou Will. I didn't realize how many threes that they were not shooting back in the 90s, bro.
Jamal Crawford.
I did not realize that you have the Stephs, the Ray Allens, and the so-and-sos shooting more individually than a whole team would
Oh yeah.
back then. It never
Right.
registered me.
Right.
I was like, Reggie
Right.
Miller was great. You know,
for sure. They didn't shoot a lot.
you know,
they had
what was my
3-point
man's name
specialists
from
on every
Milwaukee?
team.
Michael Redd. You know, people,
Oh, yeah, Michael Redd.
I'm like, what? I just realized that like 2 months ago when I watched somebody's podcast, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
Never thought.
they used to have like 3-point specialists on every team. They star players wasn't really doing it like that. Like you have
Right.
No.
a Kerr or a Mark Price, like they would just come in and hit spot
That boy
up
said
threes
Mark-
like that.
that boy
They weren't
said Mark
shooting
Price.
20
Mark
games.
Price.
We can go with
He was nice, though.
3.
So Dale Ellis, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that's what I was
Curry,
trying to
you know?
think. Dale Ellis, man.
Mahmoud Abdul.
Who was the
Mahmoud Abdul.
marksman? Who was the marksman? Was it Dale Ellis?
Dale
Or
Ellis.
was it the
Dale
guy
Ellis.
that was
No, it was Dale Ellis.
that's who that had that name?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. They was specialists. Craig Hodges,
Right.
they just come in and hit threes in the corner. They were
And you know what's so funny, y'all? They was only hitting like maybe 3 or 4. Like
Mm-hmm.
Steph is hitting like 7.
Steph
You know
is
what I'm
shooting.
saying?
Steph is
Like,
shooting 12 a game. He's shooting 12. and he's shooting 40% from the field, so he didn't 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Yeah. But the thing is, like you were saying, Tim, about that.
Oh, he
like,
gonna get it. Oh yeah, he gonna get it. And ain't gonna nobody gonna be able to be like, well, Jordan. Nah, you right. You got to go to 80.
It's a testament to his longevity in playing.
Yeah.
If Jordan would have played 20 years, I'm sure he would have. If he was healthy and, you know what I mean, if he'd have started younger.
And then retire.
Right. But points is points, you know. You got to score.
Yeah.
You got to put the ball in the hole.
That's what I say. Like, that's like the biggest thing I give LeBron when it comes to any of this stuff is the fact that, you know, he understood, you know, what it would actually take, and he took care of his body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He invested. He looked at himself as an investment. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know what, I'm my biggest commodity. Why wouldn't I take care of myself? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if I'm not out here playing ball and doing this thing to make the money, then you know what's going on. What you got, Rashard?
It's the Tom Brady factor, man, for LeBron.
Yeah.
You got to think they're both at the top of their game at the same time.
Right.
I don't know how Tom Brady grew up. Tom Brady could have never grew up no better than the three of us. We know LeBron came from a different struggle. When you're getting money like that and you have the mindset to have a heart to want to push yourself and bring your team and bring your boy, bro, that boy is on a hell of a mission. This is the same thing Kobe was about to do. Kobe left the game and started doing film or child stuff, whatever he was doing.
Right.
That's why I like Magic, because Magic gave these boys a blueprint. If Shaq, I'm sure Shaq's had a conversation with Magic. Shaq got more money than Magic. Magic is rich. LeBron is rich as hell. These boys, you put like you invest in it, bro. We weren't hearing Jordan doing that. He worked out, is what we're hearing. It's a different time now. This dude is literally putting $1 million. Bro, I go to work every day mad as hell, making this little 25, whatever the hell I make. Like, God, bro. I guess I go to the gym today and hoop. Like, bro, I'm killing these cats. But this boy putting $1 million into his body. Come on,
Makes
man.
sense. If you make
now, and I want to see it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if he on the John Sally plan. I want to see him play with his son.
He said I was scared on John Sally playing.
That's how I became a Seattle fan when I saw Ken Griffey and his daddy. I'm like, that's cold, bro. You can't.
Yo, man, he said he's gonna be on the AARP. He's gonna be on the AARP, boy.
If he come off the bench, if he come off the bench and play with his son and throw his son a pass and his son hit a jumper, LeBron will walk off the court, bro. That'll be historic. That'll be historic.
That would be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That would be kind of cool to see that. I mean, but it is.
You heard what Ken Griffey said, huh? Ken Griffey said, if LeBron's son makes it, the first game, if they do play, you know, how LeBron already structured it, he's going to play with his son. He's going to free agent the hell out of his contract and be like, just bring me on. Let me get on with him. Ken Griffey Jr. said, me and my pops will be watching that game. If not in person, we'll be sitting right there watching. Because they did it. Not that you got two kids in the league. Look at the Giannis brothers. Look at, not Giannis, but look at the Antetokounmpos. Bro, it's 4 of them cats.
Yeah.
And they're on the Greece national team right now, trying to qualify for the Olympics.
That'd be crazy.
Come on, man.
That would be crazy.
Wow, bro. Look at this. Look at this. This guy doggone. Profile. Yeah, come on, baby.
Just for you.
It's just for you, baby.
Just for you.
Yo, I'm loving the fan interaction. Just this far, just in the first 20 minutes of the show. You guys really make this show that much more enjoyable for us to do. All right, so let's jump off this LeBron talk here. I'm gonna ask you guys another question. Jay, we're gonna go to you for this one. Now, for those who I mean, if you haven't heard about this story, I don't know what you've been doing with yourself. But we're gonna jump over to the Brittany Griner story. She was just sentenced. I believe it was 9 years or 9.5 years. 9 years, right? It was 9.5.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I read it today. I read it 9.5.
Okay. So 9.5 years. Well, the max was 10 years.
Yeah.
So they gave her 9.5 years in the Russian court for her bringing liquid marijuana form into Russian on the Russian soil. Hashish. Everybody knows hashish. Jay, I know you and I both have some strong feelings about this, so we're gonna start with you on this one. What do you have for us as far as the Brittany Griner story?
Well, they definitely have made it national news here in the States to, try to get our government to strike a deal with Russia to do what's called a prison swap. We have some Russian criminals here in the States that have committed crimes. One guy in particular, I can't remember his name, but he's already served 10 years of a 25-year sentence here in the States. And they're trying to do a prison swap for Brittany Griner, as if the laws or the crimes fit the same category, right? But I feel like the reason that they did Brittany Griner like that is they just made her a pawn, like she's a political pawn, a political prisoner. They say, oh, we got somebody that seems to be important to the U.S., so if you want her, we're going to give her the maximum sentence we can give her to make y'all see how serious we are about making this prison swap and getting our guy back. That's what I think this is about. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that she had this hashish oil or whatever. They try to make it seem like she was attempting to distribute it. They made up a whole bunch of stories. Like, she's been going to Russia for years playing basketball. And I think the fact that, she put herself in that situation. So let's not shift away from the fact that whatever their laws are their laws. And she broke their laws. So that's why she's in that situation. But on the flip side, when you're in a situation like this, they're going to basically throw the book at her so they can get an advantage and do this prison swap, which is crazy. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I obviously side with my country. Hopefully they can do what they need to do in a diplomatic way to get her home if she has to serve time here for it or probation or whatever it may be. But at the same time, you can't really be all the way on this side, all the way on that side, because she did break the law. But if you have any type of sentiment, you obviously want to see something happen where she gets to come back. So that's where I'm at.
Rashard, go ahead before I jump in on this.
I'm to the point to where, like, it's just like, she's not El Chapo, yo. This chick is not transporting dope, drugs, and everything like that. I don't know, even though I heard that the amount that they found on her was like not even a lot. And then plus they did their job because they caught it.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. But did she bring it from the States or did she get it in Russia? I could be a lawyer. Where'd she get it at? Let's address that since it's illegal. Is this her last little bit of it from what she brought from the States? And if that's the case, she brought way too much because she played a season over there.
Mm-hmm.
Political prisoner. I had never heard that until Jay had said that a couple of weeks ago. I was like, wow, I've never heard that. And then I've used it whenever I talk to people. I'm like, what are they doing? Y'all using this girl for this right here to release a whole criminal. She doing the same crap people probably two doors down from me probably doing right now. It's Sunday afternoon in Houston. But you got a whole murderer. You about to switch me out for this little bit of dope that I got. I didn't kill nobody. I ain't shoot nobody. I ain't do none of this. But you about to use me as a pawn. Me, her, and somebody else. We don't even know the other person, the other American they're about to release. I don't know him. The name is out there. You about to hold me for this? The 9 years was 9.5 was fake. Immediately a day or two afterwards, they were already talking about the swap. Like, I've already showed your hand. This is BS. Y'all want to get this known felon back to your country. Like, and another thing, and nobody ever talks about this, the commissioner of the WNBA needs to step the hell up and pay these ladies way more money than what the hell they going. I got to lead a country to go play the same sport I grew up in. I grew up in this United States playing this damn sport. They ain't like she playing soccer where it's really big over there and they don't give a damn over here. I got to leave this country to do that. None of it makes sense. You need to pay these people. And I mean, nobody else needs to go over there. Nobody else needs to go. And I ain't talking about Russia. Nobody else needs to leave. The WNBA needs to pay these ladies a better salary. That's ridiculous, man. Now they got this girl over here, like, who's her representatives? I mean, what they using a phone to interpret stuff? I mean, are there real like UN nation people representing? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, if I'm going to court, I got to plead X, Y, and Z. I don't speak Russian. How do I know? Like, okay, I need to say what? Bro, we got all these special forces, SEAL teams, and all that. We can't go get this one girl. Man, I'm on a military kick with that one. We can't go get her. We can't go get her. Boy, we got Brittany home by Tuesday afternoon, 10th Mountain.
You're to the top, baby.
We can go get her.
Yeah, look, here's my take on the whole thing. I've got several different. I have a lot of feelings on this. From the military side, from the civilian side, from coaching, from being an owner of my own minor league basketball team. I have a lot of different views and takes on this. Take number one, 100% agree with Jay. And just like one of our viewers, said, hey, it's a completely different country. You live by a different set of rules over there. Okay, so you got to know where the heck what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So my problem number one is this. Brittany, you were going to Russia. You already knew it was illegal over there. She's been going over there for what, 7 years now? She's been playing over there for over 7 years now?
I don't know. But
so the thing is, so my thing is she already knew. Okay, that's number one. Yeah. Number two, man, like, come on. You mean to tell me not one person in your camp, not one person who said they got your back, not your wife, not nobody said, hey, I know you do this here, but since you going over there, how about you not take it, or at least get it from there? Don't take it with you, and don't bring it back with you. Like, no one, not one person, so-called that is so-called supposed to be watching her back, had talked any type of sense to her.
That's what I said.
Not one.
Was it over
so
there?
Now if that was the case, they did tell her, hey, you need to stop doing that, and she did it anyways. That's your own fault.
Yep.
You knew going into this, with all this stuff going on with Russia and America, that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
And Ukraine. So that always going to be a problem. Now, I say this. 100% to your point, Rashard. Shame on the WNBA for not paying these women enough. Because I can't fault her for not going over there, because she's not the only one to go over. They can go over there in 3 and 4 months.
They say
3 and 4 months.
Hey, over there.
In 3 or 4 months. Listen, 3 or 4 months. They can almost quadruple their salary that they make here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous to me. Go ahead.
Man, Diana Taurasi went over there 1 year. She was getting $900,000 from the Phoenix Mercury. This was probably 5-6 years ago. $900,000 from the Phoenix Mercury. Her team overseas offered to pay her $1.1 million to not play for the Mercury 1 year. So 1 year she didn't even play in the WNBA because they offered her.
She went over there. Yep.
She went over there and played. They paid her to not play in the WNBA.
On top of what they were paying her.
Yes. So that tells you all you need to know.
And that's
like,
what that's
what is
like
the WNBA doing, bro? Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Listen,
you want to promote the sport, but you're not even paying these ladies, man.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are arguing, and this is I'm hearing on talk radio. They're saying, the WNBA doesn't have the same draw or the following as the NBA. Well, no, of course they don't. For a number of reasons, they haven't been around that long.
You ain't paying me enough to do this.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sliding out of bounds and getting no ball.
I'm like, I'm just saying, man. Like, it's still going to take time for them to build that. But I think the women in the WNBA are doing a phenomenal job. But not only the women in the WNBA, but at the collegiate level, They're doing a phenomenal job as well, to where it's drawing more attention. That just you can't tell me that there's not enough money going around that they can start paying these women a lot more money, to where they're not having to go over there, leaving their families here in the United States, and basically being like you and I were, Rashard. We were in the military, over there serving our country, doing something else, getting put in a position where something else can happen. It upsets me beyond belief that, number one, she even did that. Okay, she messed up, she broke a rule, she got caught. It is what it is. But number two, the fact that she even had to go over there to begin with, that upsets me. That's what upsets me.
You're giving Rudy Gobert's and Brogdon's all this money. Y'all can't trickle none of that money into the WNBA. Y'all can't. None of it makes any sense. Like it's a dictatorship here in America. Like you got women that are hooping, busting their butt, doing this, and you got to think how many women coming out early. They damn near juniors and seniors, right? Am I right? How many one and done? I couldn't name you a one and done female hooper. I can't. Y'all might have a different knowledge of it. I can't. So why you can't trickle down? It has NBA at the end of it. It just has a W at the beginning. How come you can't trickle down some of this money you're generating overseas and all that into this league? Like Houston, they won 3 out the rip. The Comets won 3 back-to-back. Bro, crazy. We don't even have a team no more. How is that possible? Scoop, all of them. How is that, bro? We don't even have a team no more.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I still don't understand
at all.
That. Yeah, I don't understand that. Now, look, this is what I'll say, and I've been on this kick for quite some time. I think, Jay, you and I had this conversation before. I don't remember if you and I have had this conversation with Shard, but I think, Jay, you and I have had this conversation before when it came to the NBA, how it's structured. I've always, and I've been on this kick ever since. And it honestly started. I play a lot of 2K sports. Okay, whether it's 2K basketball. I done got back into MLB The Show. And the one thing I've always loved about baseball is the structure. And when I say that is you have the MLB, okay? Then you have AAA, AA, single A, okay? They're all under the MLB umbrella with those teams. So all those teams have 3 other farm teams, okay? And they're all making money, right? I've always said this about the NBA. If they would do that, like I said, I own a minor league basketball program and I coach for them. If they would absorb some of these other leagues and just create like a 3 farm club system underneath the NBA, they can even do something like that with the WNBA, because the NBA is making billions and billions of dollars. And like you said, Rashard, why not kick some of that money over there? Why not help that sport become even more popular, to where now we can take care of our women as well, to where they're not having to go over there? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Because
there's no G League for the women, or am I making that up?
No, you're not. You're not. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing.
I gotta leave the whole country.
It's like they
passport to go play ball.
Yeah, and it's like they created a league, which is great. And I think they're doing a great job. Well, I think they're doing a good job as far as the league in itself. But it's like they just created it and then left it. It's like, okay, here it is. Now you have something outside of college, outside of the USA basketball team. Now we don't have to hear you complain about it. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's almost what it feels like to me sometimes.
Let somebody from Live mess with the WNBA, and I'm not being funny, because they throwing money around for real. I'm being real serious.
Right.
Let somebody Live to do it in the States, so you ladies can come here and we make sure y'all safe, and you X, Y, and Z. This is what you can and cannot do. You learn from Brittany. You can't do X, Y, and Z, and you go over there and make some money. Man, please. These arenas are shut down, boy.
I would say this, though. If anybody from Live is listening to this show, if you need some ambassadors, go ahead and call the Hey Coach podcast. We got you, because we say something about y'all almost every show. So just go ahead and hit us up. Jay, I saw you foaming at the mouth there, Jay. What do you have to say?
No, you made a lot of good points. As far as the NBA, I guess I'll just attack that right now. So the NBA and the WNBA dynamic. it's ran by owners. All right, the commissioner works for the owners of the of the sport. All right, so whatever you're hearing from Adam Silver is coming from the ownership group. The owners are greedy. All right, let's just call it what it is. They're not going to invest money in other franchises or other teams or another sport because they care about their product, right? Majority of these teams don't even want to win championships. They just want to sell tickets. So they don't give a damn about the WNBA. The WNBA is an affiliate just from an association standpoint. You know, the commissioner is in agreement with the other commissioners for the owners to generate revenue. Now, at the same time, the reason the NBA is more popular is because more people watch the NBA. The WNBA doesn't have as much viewership. Like,
Right.
you got to get more people to watch the game. The games have to be more exciting. You know, the games have to be on a bigger network. They need to play them more often. Like WNBA games come on Wednesdays at like 3:30. Like, come on, man!
It's
like
on Lifetime.
That's enough. Yeah.
not even prime time game. So it's
You say come on Lifetime?
Lifetime
He
too.
said it on Lifetime. So the games are not even played at a prime time. I mean, if you, especially in the summer, like it's so much going on outside. The whole country is outdoors. So you got to find a way to generate revenue and drive people to the arena or get people in front of the TV to watch these big time games. Promote players. Like if you promoted the individual athlete like the NBA does, you know what I'm saying? My mom knows who Kawhi Leonard is and, you know, these players. And she don't watch the NBA no more. Once Jordan and the Bulls stop playing, she's like, the Bulls ain't winning no chips. I'm good. But she knows some of today's players by name because they're advertised in front of our face, you know. So even the average fan or the non-fan knows who these players are. So when it comes to the WNBA as an organization, they need to advertise it better. They need to advertise and polarize the individual players more. And the NBA ain't gonna do a AA, AAA, single A because you get you get a free league you get free amateurism from the NCAA. We all know that. Why would you do a double, triple, and single A when you get free amateur? You get amateurs that you get to watch in NCAA.
Well, the only reason why I bring that up is because the simple fact is, you know, they all, if you're saying it's ran by owners and they're all about making money. That's another way. That's another way that the MLB owners make a lot more money. Is because they're able to do that. They're able to, you know, prospects that come in and say they may not be able to play right away. They can move them down. You know what I'm saying? Promote that player. You know what I'm saying? People are still paying to going to see those games. It's not like, you know, the stands are empty to go see those games. They're still making money off there. Plus, it's also a great way to train up GMs. It's also a great way to train up managers. You know,
that's what the G League.
Yeah, but the G League. Anyways, but Jay, this comment. The reason why I was pointing because this comment that one of our viewers had posted. I'm kind of directed more towards you. The reason why I'm directed more towards you because, you know, we had talked about the whole, you know, betting and, you know, fantasy stuff like that. So this one kind of fits more like where you're going in. And it says, you know, listen, you can force us to watch the WNBA. It's just not popular to watch, but every sport is a betting sport.
That's very
What do you
true.
think?
It's true. Sports betting has brought in a different group of fans because some fans don't care who wins. Like my brother, he's a basketball guy like I am. We grew up loving basketball. He's getting
Great movie.
He's getting further removed from
loving basketball, not love and basketball.
But he's getting further and further removed from being a fan of a team or a fan of individual players because he does the sports betting thing.
Right.
So he's all about whatever the spread is.
Doesn't matter.
Can give me the best advantage to win. So it is pulling in another fan base. But at the same time, they don't care about the sport. So they're not going to go to the games. They're not going to care about the individual player. They're going to look at statistics. Those types of fans are looking at statistics, over/under spreads. You know what streak these teams are on. Like it's more of a science when it comes to the betting side. It's not necessarily a fan of the game.
This happened last night. True story.
Okay.
I'm in my boy's crib. Little League World Series is on. Mississippi, I think it was like Louisiana or Mississippi. It was two squads. The team was down 4-0. I'm in here. I'm like, I bet y'all this team that has no points wins this game. I said the point spread is 2.5. I'm making everything up. It's 4-0. Little League World Series. Do you know the team that had no points won 7-5? But my boy called me on it. He said, but they didn't win by 2.5. You owe me a shot. I'm
Yep.
like, you're right. I'm watching Little League World Series like, yo, he said, why? I said, the dude just got on first base. I said, look at his body language and look at the dugout. I said, bro, they down by 4. I said, these kids got school in another week or two. They trying to play. And them boys won 7-5, bro. I was hot. You'd have thought I was watching the World Series last night. And I laughed so hard. And he was like, but they didn't win by 2.5. I'm like,
You got to win by 3.
and I had to take my shots. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Now I got a comment that we're gonna tackle. This is from your boy Disco. Okay. So you already know it's gonna be a good one. So he's got a question. We do it before break.
You done sent a private message?
Before the break.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this last question, then we're gonna take a break. But he has. I mean, it's a good question. It's a fair question. I mean, and he's not wrong about this question. So first, Jay, I'm gonna let you respond to it because I know Rashard's gonna need some time to compose himself. Okay. So the question is, why is it my responsibility to watch the WNBA? Shouldn't it be the women? Should be the women the ones who are supporting this? Supporting this. The Kardashians aren't hunting for ratings.
Kardashians ain't hunting for ratings. Okay.
So we're gonna give Rashard a second. Jay, what is your response to that?
All right. It sounds like he watched that comedian Bill Burr.
I'm about to watch it tonight. I'm watching it tonight.
In his stand-up, he got a little something about the
great.
NBA. But no, he's absolutely right. Oh, but here's another thing. It's nobody's responsibility to watch any sport. It's not a gender thing. Like if you like sports and it's entertaining, just watch it. Simple as that. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Like it doesn't have anything to do with responsibility. Like there are women that don't like the NBA and they like soccer. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't really matter about what gender you are. If it's good and they play and they compete, watch it. Like I watch the WNBA playoffs. I don't watch the regular season.
I do.
I follow Chicago Sky, who about to repeat. We're about to go back to back. And I watch the WNBA playoffs. Simple as that. So, I mean, but I get the little underlying joke. The Kardashians ain't hurting because people like reality TV. Most women want to see that type of stuff versus seeing, sports because they can't identify with female athletes. They can identify with the drama that the Kardashians bring to the table. So it's all about what you identify with. We hoopers, and we like sports, so of course we gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the comment there.
No, for sure.
Rashard, what do you got for that?
All right, for this one right here. Okay, my thing is, I feel women's sports. There's a true ceiling if you really look at it. It's like. I'll jump off real quick. Like if you're a softball player, if my daughter plays softball and I'm taking it to all these AAU tournaments, there's nothing else after college. There's not a professional or if there's a professional softball league, what are they really paying? If my daughter's in volleyball, what is she? Where's her? There is no Hall of Fame for volleyball outside of the Olympics. You get what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Women's sports. Okay, let me go to Tennessee. Let me go to South Carolina. Let me go to UConn. Let me go to UCLA. Let me go to these programs where I can excel. I can play under this great coach. I may or may not go to the WNBA, but when I go to the WNBA, they're not even paying. Now I have to look for another outlet because I still want to play this sport. And you're telling me I got to go get a passport and I got to go to Greece. I got to go to Russia. I got to go here. There's no like as kids, as men, boys, MLB, Hall of Fame, NFL, Hall of Fame. Let me go to whatever college. You want to go to a big college. You ain't got to go to the best college, but you want to go to a big college to at least be seen. Mm-hmm. They have a ceiling. I think men's sports, the ceiling's higher because of what else they can do. And I'm not being funny. I told my daughter this one time because she wanted to do cheerleading, and my ex-wife was like, "Oh yeah, I used to be a cheerleader." I'm like, if you think I'm about to come to a game and you cheering for somebody that's on the court, I'm not going to none of that shit. None of it. You can cheerleader if you want to. You and your mama can go sit there Saturday for 5-7 hours doing pyramids and backflips. I was like, I played sports. The mama didn't run nothing. I'm not doing. You my child. I'm not doing none of it. And I was dead serious. Like, I'm not going to that. Why I gotta sit there and pretend on the Saturday that I want to be at a cheerleading competition for my child? I'm not doing that. If you're gonna be a part of a sport, they cheering for you. You not cheering for them. That's me. I'm like, no, sir. No. Guess who didn't do cheerleading?
You know you'd have been there for that, baby.
Guess who didn't do cheerleading?
You know you'd have been there for that, baby. Stop playing.
With your fanny pack on.
That, baby.
I seen my boy go through it, bro. You hear, I'm looking like, bro, hey, let's go put some meat on the grill tomorrow. I was in the military. I was at Carson. Let's go put some meat on. Oh, I got a cheerleading competition tomorrow. I look at him like, what time does it start? 8. So you're gonna be there all day. I said, touche, brother. You thought I got a scholarship. What else? Is there professional? There's professional cheerleading, but outside of Rosie Perez, what professional cheerleader do you know, gentlemen?
I don't know.
Exactly. Rosie from the 80s, bro. It's 2022. Thank you.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about.
All right, check it out.
Low as shit, not on their part. Think about it.
I hear you, bro. We got a
choreographer with Debbie Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm talking about, bro.
I feel you.
I would go watch my daughter cheer for some man, boy.
Woo! Well,
he would have been there.
He would have been there. Yeah, he'd have been there. He'd been there. We got sleeping on the couch.
She got a degree from UAB. My daughter. Yeah.
That's cool. That's good. I'm good. I'm happy for her. Good job. But way to crush your child's dreams there. Good job.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, let's take a quick break, guys. We get back. We're gonna tag a couple more of these comments because we got some really good comments that are coming in. I want to talk about them before we move on a little bit. So we'll get into those a little bit. So stay around. We'll be right back with more Hey Coach.
I'll be a little.
Everybody, welcome back. It's Hey Coach podcast. I am Coach Tim Simpson. I got Jamal Mondane with me right now, and Rashard said he's going to be a little late, as usual.
Going to his daughter's cheerleading practice. He'll be right back.
Yeah, he had to go to the cheerleading tryouts real quick. All right.
What we got?
Like I said before the break, there's some comments. I really wanted to tackle here because there were really good comments coming in. It was talking more about the WNBA and our previous segment that we were just talking about. One of them was from Leslie. This has nothing to do with gambling, but there are just too many players that are Latham dudes got no shot. I get you. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of those. And it just goes on to say, imagine dude groupies getting told to pound sand. I get the whole thing, and yeah, it's kind of messed up, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I enjoy watching the WNBA just because I'm just a basketball fan in general. Like Jay. I mean, majority of the time when I do watch it, when I'm like fully invested, is during the playoffs. But you know what? I'm be honest with you. There's some NBA games that I'm like that with too. There's like I'll look at the lineup of who's playing. I'm really not interested in watching those games. And I might skip all those games. Go do something else or watch something else. And I watch the games I know that are probably going to be entertaining, or there are matchups that I really want to see. But I'm fully invested when it comes to playoffs. But at that point in time, I'm ready to go. I watch my Celtics, when they play. But other than that, yeah, I'm fully invested in the playoffs. Now, one other comment. There's another question. Okay, this is coming from Chris here. Can WNBA players play in the NBA? Answer is no. They have them in the All-Star game. Well, that was part of one of the what was that? What were they doing in
the celebrity game you talking about?
It might have been. I don't remember what it was, but no, they, especially since they came out with the WNBA, they won't. The only woman they allowed to play was Cheryl Miller. She was the only one that really, and honestly, she probably would have been the only one that could actually come in and actually dominate. She was good now.
Miller.
Cheryl
Staley could have probably got a couple of little points in the situation, but
but now they're not allowed to play in the NBA. And it's, I don't want to say they're not allowed, like it's like a club or something, but because of the fact that they do have the WNBA, which is a professional women's league, then no, that's just like you can't have a boy playing girls basketball in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just along those lines. But yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I think with the WNBA to help avoid some of these problems. Well, to avoid the Griner situation, they're gonna have to change some things. Some things are gonna have to be addressed, and maybe they need to figure out a way to compensate these women so that they're not having to go over. Hey, maybe if they can, if they're generating enough, maybe they can lengthen the season a little bit longer. Whatever they can do. I just don't want to see any more of our American citizens, our women, heck, even the men that go over there. I don't want to see anybody.
Yeah, they got to go overseas to play, man.
Yeah, I just don't want to see anybody else in these type of situations. It's just tough for everybody. Okay, so let's shift gears, gentlemen. Let's shift from the NBA to the NFL, because you already know it's preseason time, baby. Preseason time. All right. So NFL season's about to kick off. So what we're going to do here in this segment, we're going to talk about top 5 NFL offensive players. And here's the positions we're going to tackle. We're going to tackle the tight end, wide receiver, running back, and quarterback. So that's what we're going to keep those 4 categories. And we're going to give 5 top players in each position. Okay, you guys got that? Yeah. All right. So let's kick this off. So let's talk about the tight ends here. All right, we're going to talk about the top 5 NFL tight ends that we feel that are in the position in the NFL today, not all time. If it was all time, we'd probably be here for another hour. But we're going to talk about in the game today. Jay, let's start with you on this one. Who do you got for your top 5 tight ends?
Top 5 tight ends today, going into the 2022 season. For me, I got my number 5 tight end is Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins. I think he's top 5. And I'm going with Darren Waller from the Raiders. He stay 100%. He can definitely climb up there. Number 3, I'm going to say George Kittle. Number 2, I'm going to have Travis Kelce at 2. And number 1 might be a surprise to some people, but, if you watch football, it won't be a surprise. Mark Andrews, I think, is number 1 tight end in football right now. He's used just as much as Kelce is. He's younger. He's healthier. So out of the 5 tight ends I picked, I think Mark Andrews is the healthiest, and he's the most durable other than Kelce. Kelce's just older. So I give him the nod as the top tight end as of right now. Obviously, when the season plays and the games go on, that can move, that can be fluid. I think Darren Waller has the highest ceiling out of all of them. He's the most athletic, the biggest threat. But just health and, consistency, I got him in my top 5, but I'm going to go with Mark Andrews as a top tight end.
Okay. I like that. Rashard, what do you got, buddy?
I got.
I know you flipped your Raiders hat around.
I got Kelce.
Okay.
I got George Kittles.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely Darren Waller.
Okay.
I got Kyle Pitts out of Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Pitts.
And my man, I know I pronounced his name wrong. Godert. His first name is Dallas, but he played for the Eagles.
Dallas Goedert.
Got it. I know I was
Yeah.
going to pronounce you wrong. Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
I
they
keep on
like-
thinking I keep on thinking Gobert. So I'm looking like as I see the name, like I'm gonna pronounce it right.
Yeah.
I got
They like
Jim. Kelsey's deep. Waller is. I'm biased because he's a Raider, but I also like the fact that his story of how he was, you know what I'm saying, what he went through and he persevered. He could have easily fallen off from everything that he went through in Baltimore. And then for them to cut him and us to get him, I'm like, I don't remember this dude at Baltimore. I'm being honest. I don't remember.
Yeah, I like
Game
Darren
one-
Waller, man.
Game 1, 2, or 3 with the Raiders, I'm looking like Baltimore got rid of this dude. Like, all right, silver and black, baby. We'll take you forever.
Hey, Rashard, I think this comment is for you.
No. I ain't played fantasy football in like 3 years. No.
I think you just making the comment because of
What
Waller.
we think are the top 5 in their offensive positions going into this season. It ain't got nothing to do with fantasy. You can use this for
Yeah,
fantasy football.
nah. Top
Yeah,
5.
you can't even want to.
Top 5 tight ends, right? That's what
Yeah,
we're talking about.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, nah.
And let me preface
I
this
ain't
for
played
the
fantasy in a
viewers.
minute.
Yeah, let me preface this for the viewers. Like, this is just, we're looking at it as, the players that are playing, who we think that are, of course, like we already said, top 5 in each position, the 4 positions that we named off. And that's just how we're kind of going with that. So that's just where we're at.
Yeah, it ain't gonna always be the names that you know.
Oh, okay, it's for Jay. He needs some
It ain't
insight.
gonna always be the names that you know.
It's for
Like,
Jay.
does anybody know?
Thanks for clearing that up, Leslie.
The tight end
Yeah,
from Philly,
so-
like,
Like I said, I answered the question. So the 4 positions that we're naming our top 5 is, for me, going into this 2022 season, who I think the best 5 tight ends in NFL are. And so that's why I have.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So my top 5, crazy enough, it's almost a lot like Rashard's. Now mine are in no particular order, and in my list, all these guys are in no particular order. I'm not numbering off 1 through 5 or anything. It's just who I think. So Travis Kelce is one of mine. George Kittle, Zach Ertz,
Okay.
Mark Andrews, and Kyle Pitts.
Okay, Zach Ertz.
Okay.
Yeah, he over
Yeah.
there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah. So there's
you're talking about
Good
just
tight ends. There's some good tight ends.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I almost
None of
put
these-
Kyle Pitts in my top 5, but I think Mike Gesicki is just a little bit better.
And I agree with that. I mean, I can agree with that.
Year 2, year 3, I think Gesicki is more of a veteran. I like him.
Now, saying with going with what you're saying, I can definitely go with that as well. And then I can sit there and say, okay, yeah, that's true. But then Kyle Pitts, man, his upside, what he can do and how he can get up and down that field. So I mean, you can. I'm looking at so far right now with our list. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the guys we named off.
Yeah, I'm good.
You can't go wrong. So I assume that's how the rest of this list is going to go. So let's move over to the wide receivers. Let's go. Let's keep the same order. Jay, let's go with you.
Top 5 receivers in the league. All right. So for me, mine's are all numbered. Top 5.
Okay.
I'll start from 5 and go up to 1. So
Okay.
number 5 on my list is Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
I got Tyreek Hill at 5. I got Justin Jefferson at 4, Minnesota. Yeah. I got Mike Evans at 3 from Tampa
Okay.
Bay. Big physical receiver, catch everything. Number 2 is Cooper Kupp, Mr. Triple Crown, receiving yards, touchdowns, and receptions, and Super Bowl. And then number 1, I got Devontae Adams in Vegas. That's my top 5. Couple people I had like honorable mention, Jamar Chase. He scratching the surface. And then I'll let y'all. I don't want to say anybody else's, but I had a couple that were kind of on the. A couple of my people are going to be like on the cusp. I just couldn't put them in the top 5. So Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, and then number 1 is Devontae Adams for me.
Okay. All right, Rashad, what do you got?
I just got Devontae Adams, baby. Just go with the Raiders.
Yeah.
That boy hated Devontae Adams last year. Now
hey, damn Devontae last year, bro. Whatever. No, man. Because I kind of see Waller as a receiver. I know he a tight end, but I see Waller because the way he plays, you can't beat Coop. You can't beat, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat Cup. Cup is nice. I'm trying to think. I'm just going off the dome right now. I don't really go past 3, man. I know y'all asking for 5, but I don't really like nobody really just impresses me. Like the Raiders we had Ruggs, we had Waller, we had Renfro. Ruggs was a monster, and then he did that. Waller, you could almost put Waller in that Jordy Nelson category. Like, what do you pay him as, a receiver or a tight end? So 5, I mean, I can look 5 up and just be like, oh yeah, old buddy from Baltimore, but like realistically, like I don't go past them. I don't know if what's my man that just signed with Tampa Bay?
Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Julio.
Now, is Julio messing with Tom Brady? Will he be a top 5 receiver?
I personally don't think so. I think he's past his prime. There's too many young guys.
Because you have Evans and you have other people on that squad.
Sure. But
Just like what's Keyshawn's nephew's name? Thomas for Saints? Michael Thomas or
Michael Thomas.
You got Jameis throwing to him.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Kyler Murray got Kyler got Hopkins, but Hopkins is suspended. So when I come up with my list, I can only come up with 3. That's why I couldn't come up with 5 because of certain teams that I watch.
Okay.
Like who's in Seattle?
DK.
Mm-hmm. Who's throwing the DK?
Probably Geno.
It ain't Russell.
Probably Geno Smith.
Power to the black quarterbacks, but you get what I'm going. Like I couldn't complete this task because I could only go to 3 because I'm looking at teams like, all right, okay, is Mike Evans a top 5 receiver in the league?
To me, he is.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's number 3 on my list.
And I like Evans. Evans is solid. Like
he's getting
Evans is really solid. Like Brady, I don't think Brady uses him because it was trying to show too much love to Gronk.
If he's healthy, he's catching 100 balls a year consistently.
Catching it, bro.
Like 7 years straight.
He's catching it.
Yes.
Johnny Manziel was a backyard slinging the ball. I got a fast run, a receiver. He can go get it. They complemented each other. And then Evans took that to Tampa Bay when he had your boy Jameis throwing to him. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden you got Tom Brady throwing you the ball, bro. Yeah. You still honing your craft. You still honing your craft. But now you got HOF TB12 throwing you the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I'm sorry my list couldn't go past 3 because as I asked you all these questions, like who is because what is Tyreek Hill? He a running back, right?
He's a wide receiver.
He's a receiver. Play for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
The Cheetah. He played for the Chiefs. Now he's playing for Miami.
Like, how many years?
So now
how many
you
years
have
Tyreek Hill done hit y'all over the head and you don't know what position he's playing?
Yeah.
I really. Boy, these boys are slot receivers and X, Y, and Z. You know how that goes. Like, what does his check say? Is he a receiver or is he a running back?
No, he's a receiver.
He ain't no running back. He don't play running back. No,
not at all.
It's like just like a prime example. I ain't gonna drag it on too long. Like who your boy in Philly throwing to?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown, yeah.
From the Ravens.
Jalen Hurts. He throwing to AJ Brown, and he got the young boy from Alabama. A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid that won the Smith. The kid that won the Heisman?
Yeah,
Devontae Smith.
yeah.
He got a Heisman
Yeah.
Trophy, Devontae Smith.
Okay.
And he got
Yeah, but-
A.J. Brown now. Yeah. They're going to be
Yeah.
nice. That's why I picked them to win the East this year. NFC East. Tell him.
You got Philly? Philly winning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
Okay. Who
All right,
got
so-
for receivers, Tim?
Okay, so receivers, like I said, once again, I don't have particular order, but I got Stephon Diggs,
Ooh. Ooh.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Cooper Kupp was on mine. I personally love this dude, but Adam Thielen. He is
Really?
for now. I love him. I mean, I love the dude. Now,
He's reliable when he's healthy. He's a sure.
Oh yeah. I had Michael Thomas on my list, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams. Now, when I made my list, now Rashard, I think you're kind of reading too much into this. When I made my list, I wasn't so concerned about who's throwing to who's doing what. I'm just talking about just overall talent, who I like, who I think is going to go out there and do the thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, who can also be reliable. And that's why I went with my list. You know, say it's going to be the same thing for running backs. And when quarterback, we get to quarterbacks is going to be a little different because, I mean, I'm kind of going with, you know, quarterbacks who really are, you know, really good quarterbacks. There's one particularly on this list I don't really particularly like per se, but I still think he's a good quarterback. So that's my list for receivers. Now let's jump on over to so we've got running backs next.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and jump over to running backs. Top 5 running backs. You know what? Thank you, Disco, because that was one I was dealing with. That was one I was really dealing with. Debo.
See, that's what I'm looking like.
He's not top 5 to me, but he's good.
the reason why, he's good, and the reason why is because I think he gets so lost with how good of a receiver he actually could be because of so much other stuff that he actually does. He doesn't really get a chance to really show off his receiving skills as much as he does with everything else. So he's one of those ones. He has a potential, but with all the stuff they got him doing, it gets kind of lost in that. All right, so let's jump over to the running backs. Like I said, let's keep the order going. Rashard or Jay, you're up.
Top 5 running backs. Number 5, I got Saquon Barkley at number 5. Number 4, I got Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
Browns. Number 3, I got Dalvin Cook. Number 2, this was close. Number 2 and number 1 were very, very close.
Okay.
Number 2, I got Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
And number 1, I got King Henry. Derrick Henry, number 1.
Okay.
Can't
go wrong with
Derrick
those.
Henry, I mean, this dude's a monster, man.
He's a specimen.
He's not slowing down anytime soon. I just read earlier today he broke a dude's helmet in practice today with a stiff arm.
Yeah.
Like, this dude, he a cyborg, man. So
Terminator.
Man, so I got King Henry number 1, man. Until they can slow this dude down, I don't see nobody messing with him. Injury's the only thing getting in his way. If he ain't hurt, he's unstoppable. And then Jonathan Taylor he had a great year last year. You got to give him props for that. But obviously, consistency is the theme of my list. People that kind of have consistently done it over the years. And then Dalvin Cook is official, Chubb, and Saquon.
Okay. All right, what you got, Rashard?
I got a different list. I'll go. You got to think. You got Taylor, and you got Austin Eckler for the Chargers.
Yeah,
that's another good one. Yeah,
You got Mixon for the Bengals.
He nice too. There's a lot of good running backs, man.
There is. and then, even though they're not going, I think this is going to be the year they don't make the playoffs. You got Najee Harris for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then you got King Henry.
Yeah, that's a good 5.
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's a great 5. That's a great 5.
Harris, they're gonna have to hand the ball out because Trubisky, he got to beat Buddy out for the starting position. If not, he is an official backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
You don't win this position in Pittsburgh, you are an official backup.
Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's gonna be your that's gonna be your name tag. Yeah, they're gonna have your last name. It's gonna be backup. Okay, so here's my list. All right. So I had Joe Mixon. I had Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay. Yep, I like
So,
it. I like
and I'm
it.
looking at now. I'm looking at the comments. Yeah, Chris and Disco. Yeah, y'all had to get. Why don't y'all wait until I get my list before y'all start throwing names out there and get mad at somebody because then we didn't put a name on there. They're like, wait, no Alvin Kamara. Give me a second.
Listen,
There's 3 of us on here.
it's all good, and that's the whole point of the list.
No,
We can talk about it.
and I
But you don't
appreciate
have
y'all.
time.
Yeah, right.
It's like when people try to do that Mount Rushmore talk, but you put 5 or 6 on there. I'm like, last time I checked, the Mount Rushmore had 4 presidents on it. What are y'all talking about?
Hey, they
Yeah.
said,
Only 4.
they said it
going
this
for it.
week. They said it this week. If you don't put Bill Russell on Mount Rushmore for basketball, stop talking. I'm like,
It's your Mount Rushmore. If he ain't on it,
Yeah, I mean, it's a personal preference. Like it's a personal preference, and it's not going to matter. You know, you can bait that to the end of time. It's going to be your personal
because
preference.
notice there's no mountain that
No,
has 4 NBA players
No.
on
now, like I said, if you're going to do that,
it.
you got to set the criteria of what it's going to be.
Is it
If it's
gonna
going to be, if it's just going to be just about numbers or just whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the here or there.
that's
Now,
another episode. We can do a Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore.
I mean,
yeah, we'll get in that. So we're gonna wrap this.
Kenny
We're gonna
and
wrap this.
T-Mac ain't on mine, and I don't want to hear none of y'all got to say.
If who?
You say Penny and T Mac?
If Penny and T-Mac ain't on mine, I'm waiting. What you about to put?
Anyway.
DJ Armstrong and Will Purdue. What you about? Who you about to say?
I mean, yours ain't a mountain. That's a hill. You got a hill Rushmore with them on it.
Oh, that's a PT Rushmore, physical training, bro. Physical therapy, boy. Anyways,
What's the last position? Let's do it.
all right, let's go top 5 quarterbacks, baby. Top 5 quarterbacks. Jay, what you got, baby? What you got, Jay?
Top 5 QBs. Top 5. So
Rich.
going into this year, top 5 quarterbacks. I got Joe Burrow at 5.
Okay.
I got Lamar at 4. MVP Lamar Jackson at 4. I got Aaron Rodgers at 3. Psychedelic Aaron Rodgers at 3. Did y'all see that article? My man said the reason he's been having success is because he's been taking psychedelics the last couple of years.
You know, I was wanting to talk about that. I was really wanting to talk about that because it's like, okay, how can Aaron Rodgers? Like, how can he come out and say that? Yeah, how can he come out and say that? But they kicking dudes out for smoking weed.
Bro,
Like, seriously?
he threw it out. I haven't heard it, so I can't really talk about it. Yeah, he done threw it out there, and it ain't even no topic.
He about to get a couple random tests now. It's all good. So he's number 3, Psychedelic Rodgers. I got Josh Allen. I got Josh Allen at number 2. Josh Allen is my number 2 quarterback, and Pat Mahomes is number 1. I think Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. I think Josh Allen is breathing down his neck. It's just the consistency. I mean, what you get with Mahomes, the numbers are ridiculous. This dude don't lose very often. So I could put Brady in there, but as far as it ain't a longevity or, you know what I'm saying, ain't a lifetime achievement list for me. I think these 5 quarterbacks will have a better year than him. So that's why they top 5.
Okay. Shaw, what you got, buddy?
I got Tom Brady number 1. The numbers, and then now you added old buddy. Tom's gonna throw the ball around. He's gonna be able to make it. Mahomes, definitely. Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Honorable mention, Burrow. Honorable mention, Burrow. You only asked for 5. I gave you 6. Burrow.
Yeah.
Burrow and Herbert can switch.
Herbert
Burrow
is
and Herbert can
yeah.
flip in my list.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I like
No.
Herbert. I like Justin Herbert.
I would not be mad at that. Matter of fact,
I think he's the second best quarterback in that division, honestly.
But Herbert, you're about to be in the category. You got to show up, bro. It's whatever you've done in the past, and why when I say why we keep putting you in the top 10 of being a quarterback. Chargers ain't won a damn thing.
Yeah, you got to win now.
Like you really gonna have to pull this because your boy, we everybody can give your boy. What's my man in Trevor? Is it Trevor Lawrence in
Yeah,
Jacksonville?
yeah.
Yep.
With that all that bull that he went through last year as a first year quarterback, you can't expect that that's difficult. You know what I'm saying? That's difficult.
Yeah.
But you in the same category, bro. Y'all done had great success. You done did this. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. You gotta win.
He gotta win. Now, what's this year?
You gotta win, bro. Like
3 or 4 coming up for him.
Don't nobody give a damn
3.
what division you in. Everybody in the NFL. Nobody give a damn.
Yeah.
It's time to win, man.
Just like being a Raider fan. Bro, you throwing to your college receiver, Carr. You know how much pressure you got on you right now?
Time to
Do
win.
you know how much pressure you got on that boy left Aaron Rodgers to come play with you? Yo, who's closer to winning the Super Bowl, the Raiders or the Green Bay?
Now you do know why he left Aaron Rodgers, right?
Nope. Tell me.
Okay, well, he even said it. You know, he said that I would love to keep playing with Aaron Rodgers, but we never knew if he was going to come back. The uncertainty of him coming back. He said at least, yeah. So so at least I'm saying at least I can go here, hang out, play with Carr, who I know can play ball together.
Them West Coast cats miss home anyway, bro. They all. It's always if y'all ever look at West Coast players, they're always linked to Brady. He could go to San Fran. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You are Aaron Rodgers. He could go to San Fran. These boys are from Cali, bro. There's always these West Coast players are always linked to going back. And you act like it's only one state on the West Coast. California ain't the only doggone state. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody trying to go back to Portland to play football. But think about what I'm saying, though. All these quarterbacks and all these people, it's always linked to going back to Cali to play. Like, what?
Like Biggie said, I'm going back to Cali. Okay, so all right, so here's my top 5. And I jostled back and forth with a couple of these. But there was one I decided to drop off. I'll give you that name at the end of it. But my top 5 are Joe Cool, Mr. Burrow himself, like Jay said, Mr. Psychedelic Rogers, Josh Allen, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Those are my top 5. Now there's, like I said, there was a couple I wrestled with, actually 3: Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, and Dak Prescott. Now the reason why I say that is because we're talking about Dak Prescott, has all the tools, you know what I'm saying, to actually really be able to do something. It's just I don't know what it is about that organization right now, that they can actually look good on paper, but when they get on the field, especially when it comes to the moments, it's like, what is this? Like they play better on Madden than they do in real life. Like it's like horrible to watch. I'll sometimes watch just to see if they're how bad they're gonna collapse. So he's gonna have to really figure something out. I don't know what's going on there in Dallas, but he's gonna have to get something figured out. Lamar, I think, has all the tools to be one of the best quarterbacks to play this game. But I need to see a lot more consistency from him as far as his passing. I don't want him getting happy feet so much like he normally does sometimes, and then putting himself in a situation where he gets an injury and now he's out. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be able to be more poised, show that he can make those passes, hit guys on time, and you know what I'm saying. Then in my book, I can put him up there with that. And then, like I said, Russell Wilson, he's a consummate professional. The dude, I mean, if you put him in a situation, he can play really. He's consistent, but these last few years, something's been off with him. I don't know if it's Sierra and the whole future thing going on. I'm just saying. No, but I'm saying, he's just been something's been off.
We about to see right now. You about to be in the AFC West, bro. We about to see is it you or was it who was around? We about to see, bro. I don't know who he throwing to in Denver. You know what I'm saying? Like the AFC alone, bro. I told somebody this yesterday at work. They was talking joke. I said, do y'all realize that's our division, period?
Right.
Kansas City,
Yeah.
Chargers, Denver. That's our division every year. It's not our record is irrelevant. Our schedule is that's who we play. I said, bro, I want to see if this boy gonna be able to go to Denver and take the bare cupboard and make them what? But you're gonna be third in the West, AFC West. They got us going fourth, and we got a nice squad.
Yeah, they got some talent.
You got to worry about these boys out east, the Bills, the Ravens, all these cats. Like,
yeah,
bro.
Now,
the AFC about to turn into SEC football, kill each other.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
Now I want to say this because I want to get to these comments real quick because another name has popped up, which I was thinking about him, but then I think it was Disco had said the same thing that I was thinking when I said this, when I was thinking about putting this name down for a quarterback. That's Matthew Stafford. Okay. Now, Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got some great numbers. He really showcased himself this past season when they won the Super Bowl. But then the one word that came to my mind when I was looking back over his career up until he got to LA was inconsistency. There's been sometimes where he's been a little inconsistent with his passing, hasn't been able to hit things. Now a lot of that could be chalked up to injuries because the man has played hurt throughout his career, and now he's going through another set of injuries. I think it's his elbow right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got an elbow injury?
Yeah.
From last season or this right now?
No, last season. Season. He was dealing with it from last season. But he played, but they didn't really talk about it much. I mean, he was still playing great football, and but like I said, the man doesn't make excuses. He goes out there if he's hurt, but if he's hurt but he can play, he's playing,
right.
And he's going to give you 110% regardless. I love that about him. But yeah, I mean, I think he's a great quarterback. But in some cases, there's some things I would need. And like I said, this is my personal list. This is Rashar's personal list. This is Jay's personal list. Okay, I know everybody's gonna have a different list.
Golf. Don't worry about Stafford. He ain't the line no more, homeboy. He playing LA, bro.
I like Stafford. I like Stafford. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's in everybody's top 10. It's just that the top 5, you got to think about it as the total package. Like if you had to win a game. Like he won the Super Bowl, yes. He was with a great team. He showed that he can step in and win, but I just don't think his talent is better than the 5, that we picked. But top 10, I wouldn't be surprised to have him there. He's getting older. Injuries are lingering a lot longer, so I would have Stafford in the league for a minute, man.
He's been in the league. Yeah.
How long did he play with Detroit? At least 7, right? Give or take.
No, I think it's not.
Like 06, 07, something. No,
did he play like?
Probably 2009, maybe.
I mean, I'm throwing out numbers. I asked for numbers, but you know what I'm saying? Like he was at Detroit for a hot minute.
Yeah, he's a
okay.
He's
Megatron the ball and got Megatron that jacket.
He's at least a 10, 12 year vet for sure.
Okay, so Disco's asking a trick question. Who's his back? Who is his backup?
Trubisky.
Tommy Frazier.
I thought Mitch Trubisky was the backup.
He said Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier, Nebraska, baby.
Not the Nebraska connection. Yeah. Not the Nebraska connection. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're about to wrap the show up. But
I need to find out who the backup for the goddamn. He talking about who's backup, Golfs or
probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways. I promised you I had something for you. We're going to jump back to the NBA. I'm going to throw some numbers out to you. Okay, if you have something you write down with, great. If not, try to remember it. I'll try to give you these numbers again. I'm going to give you 2 players. I'm not going to tell you their names. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 sets of numbers. Okay, down the list, and then the final number I'm going to give you. I'm not going to give you until after you give. I'm going to give you one guess, and I'm going to give you the final number. The
John
final number is going
Wolford.
to this fool. Shut up.
Hey, this boy ass, man. I tell you, John Wolford.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, I thought you were talking about what we saw. Okay, just don't be coming out shouting out random. Anyways, okay. So, gentlemen, ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay, so 2 NBA players. Okay, both were 11-time All NBA. Okay, one was a 13-time All Star. The other one was a 14-time All Star. One has 8 titles. The other one has 6. One has 8,000 rebounds. The other one, I'm sorry, one has 26,000 points. The other one has 32,000 points.
I already know.
One has 8,000. Yeah. One has 8,000 rebounds. The other one has 6,000 rebounds. One has 6,000 assists. The other one has 5,000 assists. One has 31 triple doubles. The other one has 28 triple doubles. Jay, I already know you know who one of them is, or at least you probably actually know who both of them are.
I do.
Okay. So Rashard, I'm gonna give you the first
doubles. Wow.
31 triple doubles, and the other one has 28.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, the one dead giveaway was how many titles I said that they had. One had 8, one had 6.
Well, when you said 8, that threw me off because I was thinking Robert Horry. I'm looking like, how many was Robert
No,
Horry?
Robert Horry.
He said all NBA. That should have eliminated.
No, but he said titles though. I know that's where I was going.
I'm saying the very first
I
thing
got
he said was all NBA, so that should have eliminated Robert Horry.
Yeah, but I heard titles. I was listening like boom, boom, boom.
Right. No, you good. You good. Okay.
Well, that's what
So-
I don't know.
So who's your guess for one or both of them, Rashard?
It's gotta be an old head. It's gotta be an older cat. 8 or 6 titles. You said one has 8 and one has 6?
Yes, sir.
6, I'll go with Mike.
Okay.
I'll go with Jordan for 6. The number 8.
Really throws you off, doesn't it?
So that's why I was going with that. I'm like 8 titles. Like,
Okay, so you got Michael Jordan.
It's gonna be like a San Antonio Spur or somebody stupid like that. But go ahead. It ain't gonna be that. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So I already know Jay knows the answer.
Hold on. Is Kerr one of them?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Jay already know. I already know Jay knows because I'm pretty sure Jay.
No, he knows. No, go ahead.
So Jay, what do you got?
Player A is John Havlicek. Himself.
Yes.
It's Hondo. And player B is Jordan. So
Yes.
Stats
Now-
John Havlicek.
Now the crazy thing about that, their stats are pretty darn close, right? I mean, pretty equal, right?
Mhm.
People don't realize John Havlicek went 8-0 in the finals. Jordan only went 6-0.
Mhm.
That's why when I heard championships, I'm looking like,
Now,
8. That was a weird number.
And like I
Weird
said,
number.
yeah, and like I said, people always like I said when they talk about Jordan. Well, Jordan went 6-0. Well, Havlicek went 8-0. You know, Russell went 11-13. You know, it's like oh, that's a different era. Wait, we're not talking about eras. It's like it's all about the numbers and everything. But like I said, I thought that was interesting. It was something that somebody had asked me about, so I actually looked it up, and I was able to find the actual clip of it that had the actual numbers on there. So I thought I'd share that with you guys to see if you guys knew. I knew Jay probably would have known that. I knew you were going to get at least Jordan, Rashard, but I figured one of those numbers. I didn't know if it was going to be the titles or if it was going to be one of the other numbers that was going to throw you off.
The titles was got me, and that's what I was locked in on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good. It's all good. You know, it's a little trivia. You know, just trying to see you guys that. You know what I'm saying?
What does
But
Horry have? Horry got 7 or Horry got 8? How many Horry
He got 7. Robert
Seven.
He got
Horry
7, yeah.
All right.
He got
Yeah.
two
Spurs.
with Houston, and he got 3
Spurs,
with
he
the
got
Lakers,
Lakers and Houston.
and he got 2 with the Spurs. Yeah.
Yep.
2, 2, 3.
So, Yep. That's what he's got. So, well, gentlemen, this has been another great episode of Hey Coach. I want to thank our viewers who came and watched this and was in the comments. I'm telling you, you guys make this show just that much more enjoyable. We appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate your comments and everything too. Great questions as well. And we just appreciate you, everybody, for coming and joining us. So, you guys have any parting remarks?
Yeah, how your brother doing, man?
He's doing pretty good. He's getting old. But
Hey, that's you.
I don't know if
you said that.
I don't know if he's watching. I'll say it again. I'll say it to his face. I don't care.
Iron Man alone, man.
That's what I can't listen. I'm saying, I can't wait to have him back. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to have him back. The show feels more complete when he's here. Of course, we hold it down. We do what we do, and it is what it is. Jay, you got anything for us?
No, I just appreciate everybody for watching the show. For those who didn't watch it, we'll have the ticker at the bottom. But thank you guys for jumping in. The fan interaction, we love it. It's a big part of season 2. It's a big dynamic that separates our show from other shows, that our fans actually can interact in real time and we can respond to them. So we love that. Tell more people to check us out Sunday nights. And, we thank y'all, man. We're trying to keep this thing rolling.
Yes, definitely. And as you can see, you can check the audio podcast out on Anchor. I will be uploading the episodes from episode 1 through episode 7, which is now on our audio, which is on Anchor at anchor.fm/HeyCoachT. And then, of course, down below, you have our other social media platforms, our Facebook at Timothy Richard Jamal, Twitter at Hey Coach Podcast, and Instagram at Hey Coach Podcast, as well as the 1/3 Hey Coach on Instagram. So definitely go check us out on all those. Check out all our social medias. But once again, we want to thank everybody for joining us on this episode of Hey Coach. Everybody have a blessed week and stay cool as much as possible, because it's going to be a hot one.
Shout out to all the teachers who's about to go teach school with them bad kids. I'm trying to get into the building, baby. It's going down.
Back to school.
Back to school is here. In your face.
All right. See y'all later.
It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. 3 coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.